Hey, this is a short presentation that I gave at ASMBS in Las Vegas, and I had these slides pulled up, and before I lose them forever, I thought it might be helpful just to run through them. It's a very snappy presentation, but it's talking about unpaid marketing, how you monitor and optimize your online reviews. So 3 quick things that, let me move this. 3 things you need to know. Reviews for physicians are more important than they've ever been, and I think even if you think they're very, very important, they matter even more than you can imagine. Number 2, monitoring what? And number 3, let's talk about optimizing and optimizing how. You can find a survey to say anything, but I think this is accurate. 3 out of 4 people use reviews as the first step to find a physician. So imagine 3 out of 4 patients that sit in front of you, they have checked out your reviews, Google reviews, Facebook reviews, other platforms. And a lot, I think some physicians would say, I don't hear that from my patients a lot. We don't get that feedback that they're checking out reviews. Half the time that's because you've never seen those patients, right? For every patient you see, there are other patients who, before they ever called the front, before they ever dialed your number or filled out a form on your website, they self-selected and went somewhere else. So if you've got not great reviews or you don't have many reviews at all, there's a lot of people not coming in to see you because they're going somewhere else. So you don't talk to those patients. Which of these business types does reputation of the business or service provider matter the most? I don't know where they came up with these percentages, but it's just a striking visual to say, look at retail, right? The amount of reviews that people use for retail, banks and financial firms, hotels. The first thing my wife and I do when we're going to a city and finding a hotel, we check out all the reviews. The first thing we do before we choose a restaurant, we look at all the reviews. The first thing we do, I don't know if this is skilled professionals coming to your home, you think about plumber, HVAC, flooring person, painter. We spend all of our time choosing the person based on reviews, and then we make our selection. So this is showing that doctor or medical group is even far more important for your reputation online. So this is interesting, and I just want to show this. This is 3 screenshots of my phone. And when Dr. Sunil Boyrul is a surgeon in California. I know Dr. Boyrul, he gave me permission to use his name on this, so I did. And so I start typing in Google in my phone, which by the way, across the country, 70-80% of people that visit your site are doing so on their mobile device. So keep that in mind. I start typing in Dr. Sunil Boyrul. I fat finger it. I hit S instead of D, so it says SR, Sunil Boyrul. But Google knows preemptively what I'm doing. So Google suggests the second thing, Dr. Sunil Boyrul reviews. I click that. This is what shows up on my phone. So Google handily organizes their reviews for Dr. Boyrul. And you can even see down here, they're showing now other reviews from other platforms. And if I click this, you can do this on yourself, and you should. I click Dr. Sunil Boyrul, this little tab here, and what does it do? No, I'm sorry, that's wrong. This is a different screenshot. I scroll down below this, this one right here, and it's going to show me Yelp and health grades. So just to say, in the first screen or two, you're going to see all the reviews there are to see. What's next? That's Dr. Sunil Boyrul, but he also has a listing for the clinic name. His clinic is called Old Del Mar Surgical. I start typing in Old Del Mar Surgical on my phone. Google, very, so nice of them to serve up. They know what I'm going for, so they serve up Del Mar Surgical reviews. I click that. Now I see all the reviews that Google has for the clinic. Below that, thankfully, he's got wonderful, people are raving, talking about how great the service is, how great the surgeon is, how great the customer service is. And this is the one where when I click Old Del Mar Surgical right here, it opens up their Google local listing. You're probably familiar with that. And I circled this number right here because for most clinics now, more patients, you can get a report from Google that shows how many people took this action, how many people searched you and clicked this click to call number to dial your clinic. And more people are calling the clinic right here straight from the Google listing than are dialing the phone number on the website. So that seems pretty dramatic. Really quick, which ones do you monitor? I started with the first, I think, what are the big 6, then I added a 7th. I think this is also geographically based. Some of these are more popular in certain markets than others, but you should check yourself on each of these and see how you're looking. This is just fascinating to me because Google, it's so important that they will, of course, prioritize what they have on you. But even on the same screen on my iPhone, if I Google Dr. Mickey Seeger reviews, I see Dr. Mickey Seeger from Google, but then I see Health Grades, I see ShareCare, I see Vitals.com. That's fairly new. They haven't been doing that for a long time, and I think that is also geographically based. You may do this and you may not see those, but they're important. And how to optimize. I had this in a handout, but I can send this to you. Number one, if you're going to do anything with this information, it only matters if you do something with it. I think you ask, hey, there's a dozen ways you could ask every patient to leave a review. Do you have a way? Are you following some sort of system to do that? Number two, you can't just say, would you leave us a review? You have to guide the patient to exactly where to go, when to go there, how to get there. It should be one click and they're there, but you can only grow one platform at a time. You can't send people to a page that has ShareCare, Facebook, Google, Vitals.com and say, please leave us a review, right? If you ask people to do 5 things, they'll do nothing. So choose the one you want to grow, Google, get that one where you want it to be, and then focus on the next one. But you can do this really fast. It doesn't take years to do. Number 3, who's replying to every single review? We have seen whether someone leaves a 5-star review raving or a 1-star and they're attempting to burn your clinic down, they want to hear a response, right? Someone leaving a review is kind of a signal of they want to hear something back. So acknowledge all of those. I'll show you scripts for good and bad here in a second. And number 4, if you have great reviews, use them to your advantage, right? If you're not promoting yourself, then who will? So take those fantastic reviews, take those screenshots, take those quotes, put them on the website, put them on print pieces, put them in your ads, use them in your email follow-up. I want to show this. I know this clinic well, and patient leaves this review. I had the best experience. They treat you like family, make you feel comfortable. I'm so happy. I've lost 80 pounds. I feel like I'm in my 20s again. This is phenomenal. 24/7 advertisement, 24/7 salesperson. Patients love to hear you say good things about yourself, but what matters way more than that is for them to see other patients say good things about you. So this is the same clinic as this review. And I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this person is very upset. They're giving lots of detail. They're telling their entire life story, every play-by-play from the experience. Basically, they didn't get treated well. They didn't get called back. I have concerns. No, thank you. I called my insurance. They say at the end, not a chance I'm willing to take with my life. So a couple thoughts on this. This is not good, but this is also feedback. Because you can ask management, you can talk to employees, but this person could be completely wrong and misconstrue the whole experience. Or you could read this and say, "Hey, grateful that someone let us know. We've got some sort of bottleneck in the process. Let's fix it because there's probably a dozen people that this happened to, and they didn't say anything." So this can also be a fantastic way to keep the pulse on how it's going throughout the clinic. And the good thing about this clinic, this review is posted, but this clinic has over 220 fantastic reviews. They've got a 4.8 rating. That's why you need lots and lots and lots and lots of great reviews, because someone can throw a 1-star on there and it doesn't even make a dent. And typically, I would say the majority of the time, people who leave 1-star reviews, they are people who leave 1-star reviews, right? So the good news is There's actually a lot out on this. People don't want to see a 5-star rating. In fact, I think I'm going to include another link that talks about even if you had all 5-star ratings, Google won't give you 5 stars. It'll be 4.7, 4.8. People don't necessarily want to see that you have a perfect 5-star rating. That seems scammy, or like maybe you paid for reviews or something like that. So here's this is a quick script. You can, of course, have your own, but remember, you can't talk about medical information publicly. So just be very generic, but acknowledge them. Thank you for sharing. Thank them for sharing their experience, and tell them you'll pass on the good word. Here's one example of how to respond to bad reviews. Right? Just tell them. Right? Just be generic. Be joyful. You're even sort of standing up for yourself, saying, "Oh, hey, negative comments. We're okay. We will respond joyfully and quickly to those, and then put it back on them." So, right. Typically, they won't call you. You can't ask for their information publicly, so it's difficult to sometimes get a hold of people. Sometimes the people leave the review, they're not even in your EMR, right? Sometimes they're not even your patient. So this just works well. And this, even to get back to the person is important, but to leave publicly a trail that shows, oh, hey, look at these guys. Someone left a terrible, scathing review, but this clinic wasn't scared to jump on it quickly and say, hey, we're okay to have this conversation, and we're paying attention. I think that says a lot. This is a poster. Why not take your 5, 10, 12 best reviews, take a screenshot of them, throw them on a document, take it to Office Max and have them print a poster of it. At the bottom, create a QR code that goes to your reviews so that patients in the clinic see, oh, look, they make these public. I want mine to be public too. And you'll tend to get more reviews. You can put these in the break room, put them in your office. They're just fun to see, right? It's like putting straight A's on the refrigerator. And here's a surgeon. Look at this guy. He just carries these around all day long. I'm kidding. But we made these for a couple of clinics, and it went well. They like to see him in the office. So there you go. That's quick and dirty on reviews. So hope you enjoyed that. Keep up the good work.